Hello students, today we are going to continue with our third chapter, that is steam and steam boilers. And in today's lecture we are going to see in detail regarding the boiler mountings. This point, boiler mountings and accessories, is very important when you are studying this chapter or related with the boilers. So you should be able to differentiate between what are the boiler mountings and what are the boiler accessories. So we are going to study in today's lecture regarding the boiler mountings, and once we finish with the boiler mountings, then we will see what are the boiler accessories. So first we will be starting with boiler mountings. So different fittings and devices that are necessary for the operation and safety of the boiler, they are called as boiler mountings. Then again, the boiler cannot function safely without these mountings. So this is the most important point that you should remember, that boiler mountings are very much essential because they are required for the safety of that boiler. So there are different types of boiler mountings which you can see listed here. Some of the important boiler mountings are as follows, that is a water level indicator, pressure gauge, then again safety valves, stop valve, blow off cock, feed check valve, and fusible plug. So these are some of the important boiler mountings, and we are going to study each and every mounting in detail. So just you should note down regarding what is the meaning of boiler mountings. So in short, you can say that these are the fittings which are mounted on the boiler for proper functioning, and they are responsible for the safety of the boiler. Now we will start with the first boiler mounting, that is a water level indicator. We will see how this device performs its function and what is its construction. So the water level indicator, it is the boiler mounting, and the function of water level indicator is to indicate the level of water inside the boiler. So usually two water level indicators are fitted in front of the boiler, and this water level indicator shows what is the level of water inside the boiler drum, and thus it helps, or it generally warns the operator that if by chance the water level goes below a fixed defined mark, then he can immediately take any corrective action so as to avoid any accident. So this is the main function of water level indicator, that is to indicate what is the level of water actually present inside the boiler drum. Now if we talk about the construction and working of this boiler mounting, then it usually consists of three cocks. So you can see this in the diagram, that is the steam cock, water cock, and the drain cock, and it usually has a glass tube. So you can see this in diagram. The steam cock keeps the glass tube in connection with the steam space, whereas the second cock, that is a water cock, it puts the glass tube in connection with the water space in the boiler. The remaining third drain cock, it is used to drain out the water from the glass tube at intervals to ascertain that the steam and water cocks are clear in operation. Further, in this construction, you can also see that the glass tube is protected with the protector shields. So this was related with the construction of water level indicator. Now if we talk about the working of water level indicator, then while in operation, the steam and water cocks are open, whereas the third drain cock is closed. So in this case, the handles are placed in vertical position, and the steam enters from the upper end of glass tube, and the water enters from the lower end of the tube. So the water level inside the boiler will be same as seen in the glass tube. So this is actually a very simple working of a water level indicator, and thus it helps in the safety of the boiler. So this was regarding the water level indicator. Now we will see the second boiler mounting, that is the pressure gauge. So here you can see the diagram of the pressure gauge. So this is the interior view of the pressure gauge, that what might be its construction you can observe in this diagram. We are also having another diagram for the pressure gauge, which you might have all observed. So this is the second diagram of pressure gauge. Now we will see what is the function of this pressure gauge. So it is used to measure the pressure of the steam which is present inside the boiler. It also has simple construction and working. So if we see the pressure gauge, then it is usually fitted in front of the boiler in such a position that the operator can easily view what are the readings on this pressure gauge. If we talk about the construction of this steam pressure gauge, then it consists of an elliptical elastic tube bent in the form of C shape, and one end of the tube is fixed and connected to the steam space of the boiler, whereas the other end of the tube is connected to the pointer through the link and sector arrangement. Again, the pointer is moving on the calibrated scale, which gives the reading of the pressure. So when the high pressure steam enters into this elliptical tube, then the tube section will try to become circular, and due to this force there will be movement between the rack and pinion arrangement, and depending on the pressure of the steam, the pointer will give the reading of the pressure on the calibrated scale. So this is the working of steam pressure gauge, and I hope that you are understanding that what is the importance of using this boiler mounting so as to avoid the accidents. In simple words, we can just say that the observer or the boiler operator, he has to just observe what are the readings shown on this pressure gauge, and accordingly he can take the action if required. So this was all about the second boiler mounting, that is a steam pressure gauge. Now in the next slide we will see the next boiler mounting, and that is nothing but the safety valves. So the safety valves, these are used for the safe working of the boiler when there is a sudden drop in steam requirement. Then the steam pressure in the boiler will go on increasing, and the main function of this safety valve is to permit the steam in the boiler to escape to the atmosphere when the pressure in the boiler will exceeds a defined value. Or we can say that if the pressure exceeds the unsafe limit, then this excess amount of steam is required to be removed out from the boiler. Otherwise, if the steam is not removed, then it can cause the explosion of the boiler drum. So for this purpose, the safety valves are very important. In coordination with this previous boiler mounting, that is pressure gauge, we have studied that the operator can observe that what is the pressure of the steam inside the boiler, and by just this observation on the calibrated scale, the operator can decide whether he has to take any action or not. But if in case if the operator is not present, or due to any mishappening, if he is not able to observe the reading, then in such cases it is necessary that some additional feature is available for the safety of that boiler, and for this purpose only we are using the safety valves. So these safety valves will perform their functions, irrespective of what quality of work the operator is performing or doing his duties. The safety valves are very essential boiler mountings which are fitted on the top of the boiler shell, and there are usually different types of safety valves available. Out of all these valves, we will see the three different types of safety valves. So these are dead weight safety valve, then again spring loaded safety valve, and the third one is lever loaded safety valve. So we will see what are the differences between all these types of safety valves. The first type of safety valve, that is the dead weight safety valve. It is the simplest type of valve which is used for a stationary boiler. It contains a necessary weight to keep the valve on its seat against the normal steam pressure. When the steam pressure of steam exceeds the normal pressure, then the valve will get lifted with its weight, and this will allow the steam to escape from the boiler to the atmosphere till the pressure reduces to the working pressure. So in this diagram we can see that the valve, which is represented by V, it is usually made up of gunmetal. So you can also see all the materials or what is the nomenclature of these letters. These are given below. So here V is nothing but the valve, then VS is nothing but the valve seat, WC is nothing but the weight carrier, W is nothing but the weight, and C is the cover plate. Also, along with all these notations, we can also see three another notations, that is A, B and D. So this A is for the inlet entry of the steam, which will go against the valve position. Then again the passage D, it is for the exit of the steam from boiler to the atmosphere, and B is nothing but the flange which helps this boiler fitting to be fixed to the boiler shell. So these are the construction details regarding the dead weight safety valve. It is very important to note that the pressure applied by the total weight on the valve, it must be slightly less than or equal to the maximum allowable pressure in the boiler. When the steam pressure exceeds the normal limits, then this high pressure steam will create an upward force on this valve, and it causes this valve V to be lifted from its valve seat. And once this valve gets lifted, whatever the excess amount of steam is available, that will be thrown out from the boiler to the atmosphere through the discharge vent which is represented by D. So the valve will be lifted if and only if the incoming steam, that is the steam which is shown by arrow marks flowing towards the valve. So if this steam is having high pressure, so that it can cause the valve to be lifted against the dead weights which we can see that are placed on this valve. So this working is very simple. You can simply say that if the pressure is high enough to overcome whatever the dead weights are placed on the valve, then only the valve will be lifted, and the excess or the high pressurized steam, it will be thrown out to the atmosphere through the discharge vent D. So this was the working of dead weight safety valve. Now we will see the second type of safety valve, which is nothing but lever safety valve. This type of safety valve is used for stationary boilers, and it is having an advantage over the dead weight safety valve, As in case of deadweight safety valve, we have seen that for its functioning purpose, we were requiring a large amount of dead weights which will exert some force in downward direction on the valve, and if the pressure is exceeding these weights, then it can perform the function of removing out the excess steam to the atmosphere. So when we are using the boiler at a higher pressure range, then while using the deadweight safety valve, there are certain restrictions, because depending on the high pressure range, we are also requiring higher deadweights to be installed. So this was the problem with the deadweight safety valve. However, in case of lever safety valve, this disadvantage has been removed, as we can observe in this diagram that as in case of deadweight safety valve, we are not requiring a large amount of dead weights for the functioning of this lever safety valve. So simply we can say that this type of valve is having an advantage over the deadweight safety valve, that its large deadweight is replaced by a simple lever and with a small weight at its the other end. A lever safety valve used on a stationary steam boiler, it consists of a valve which is placed on the valve seat, which is fixed over a mounting block, and this mounting block is fitted over the boiler shell with the help of the studs. So this one end of the lever is hinged to a rod of the mounting block, whereas the weight W, it hangs from the other end as shown in this figure. Now if we talk about the working of this lever safety valve, then simply when the pressure of the steam exceeds the safe limit, then the upward thrust of the steam, it will lift the valve from its seat, and this allows the steam to escape till the pressure falls back to the normal valve. The valve then returns back to its original closed position. In this entire working, it is very much necessary that you should determine what is the required weight to be provided at the end of the lever for maintaining the pressure P inside the boiler. So for this purpose, certain calculations are required. So for this purpose, we have to consider what is the design pressure to be maintained inside the boiler. Then again we have to consider what is the area of the valve exposed to the steam, and the distances of the fulcrum to the valve center and the center of the weight respectively. So if we are having all these dimensions or the values of these variables, then accordingly we can decide that what amount of weight has to be put on the end of the lever. So this is the working of lever safety valve. Now we will see the third type of safety valve, that is spring loaded safety valve. So this spring loaded safety valve is used for stationary as well as for mobile boilers. It is commonly used on locomotive boilers. It is loaded with spring instead of weights. So you can see this is the main difference what we have studied in the earlier two types. The spring in this type is usually made from a steel rod in helical form, and this type of valve usually consists of two valves, each of which is placed over a valve seat that is fixed over a branch pipe. The two branch pipes are connected to a common block which is fixed on the shell of the boiler. The lever also has two pivots, each of which is placed over the respective valve. The lever is attached with the spring at its middle, which pulls the lever in downward direction, and the lower end of spring is attached to the back. Thus the valves are held tightly on their seat by this spring force. The walls are lifted against the spring when the steam pressure is greater than the working pressure, and this allows the steam to escape from the boiler till the pressure in the boiler reaches to its working pressure. So this wall is much lighter, and it is very much compact as compared to the previous two types of safety walls. So this is regarding the spring loaded safety wall, and we have covered all the three types of safety walls. So now we will stop here today, and in the next lecture we will continue with the further part of the boiler mountings. So till then, thank you very much.